Welcome back to Cord Cutting Today, where we dive into some of the biggest stories happening in the world of cord cutting, including today. Sorry, there's probably not going to be an Apple TV this month. There's rumors about this. We got some details and some pretty reliable sources saying probably not happening this month. Paramount is going to have a merger, it looks like. There's a done deal at the board level for a merger. The biggest shareholder needs to approve that. We'll talk about what's happening there and what possibly the holdup. And Netflix will be ending support for some older smart TVs. We'll tell you which ones and what you need to know about that. These stories and a whole lot more coming up. If you want to find a link to each story I talk about, check out the show notes and in the first pinned comment. I'll put a link to each one there so you can read them for yourself and come up with your own opinion. I'd love to hear from you. If you're new here, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. Doing so lets YouTube know you enjoy what we do here, so YouTube recommends our videos to more people, helping us grow and hopefully helping you break free from the high cost of television and still watch the shows you enjoy. All right, let's dive into it. Now, there's been a lot of talk of a new Apple TV coming this year, and it was kind of targeting the June month. Well, now Bloomberg's Mark Gurman, I hope I pronounced that right, my apologies if I did not, has come out and said even though he earlier predicted that it was going to happen in the first half of 2024, he's now saying no. His sources, and he has a very good track record on this, are now saying Apple will not be announcing new hardware for the Apple TV line in the June event they're going to have here very soon. Now, that does not mean the new Apple TV is dead. There's been a lot of debate about this. For example, Roku, for the first time in a very long time, did not release new streaming players, instead of focusing on smart TVs. A lot of people wondered, well, yes, the new Apple TV could have a faster processor and more, but how much more do you really need if all you're doing is using it to stream Netflix? A lot of the hope of the Apple TV being a game system and all kinds of other things never really materialized, though it's still possible. I think he is likely. I've heard some rumors, but Apple has a way of surprising people. Of just as you think you know what they're going to do, they change it, and then suddenly there's a new Apple TV on the market. Or they'll go at this event and not announce an Apple TV just a week or two later, announce it. They've done all those kind of things in the past. But question of the day, would you buy a new Apple TV? And what would you want in a new Apple TV? Leave me a comment, let me know. Link in the show notes if you want to learn more. Paramount and Skydance Media reportedly have agreed to merge pending the approval of their largest shareholder. The board has formed a special committee to review Skydance Media's offer to merge. And now that merger offer apparently seems to be a done deal, according to a report from CNBC that says they've agreed to it. But the majority shareholder, the Redstone family, which owns over 70% of the voting shares, so they basically own Paramount, let's just be honest, that's kind of how it works, has yet to approve the deal. Now, it's possible they won't, but all signs are starting to point to they will. And that Paramount will merge with Skydance Media, and the Skydance Media's executive team will take over leadership of Paramount. We'll see we'll have to watch this very closely what happens. It very well could result in the company going private and the Redstone family being bought out and leaving, which would be a truly momentous moment in the world of television. A lot of people may not know that name, or you may have just heard it, but they have been a major player in the world of television for a very long time with CBS and Paramount, now just Paramount. Keep a close eye on this, but it's expected within the next few days that this deal could be officially announced. All right, Netflix is ending support for some older Sony TVs this summer. Now, Sony and Netflix have been ending support for older TVs. These are TVs 10 years old or older, so 2014 models or older, or at least designed and manufactured 10 years ago. Sometimes those models are sold for a very long time. We do have a full list of them. If you're impacted by this, your Netflix app will stop working later this summer. And you'll have to go get something like a Roku Fire TV or some other streaming player to plug into your TV to continue watching Netflix. Not a big deal. I necessarily wouldn't rush out and buy a new TV if I could just plug a new Roku into it. Link in the show notes again if you want to see your make and model is included in this. All right, question of the day. I've been getting a lot of questions about this. Will Fubo be bringing back Warner Bros. Discovery channels? Earlier this year, Fubo, back in April, lost multiple networks from Warner Bros. Discovery. I believe it was 19 in total, including channels like HGTV, American Heroes, Animal Planet, Discovery Channel, TLC, Travel Channel, and more. Now, at issue here is renewal cost. Warner Bros. Discovery wanted more. Fubo did it. Fubo also wanted them, now that Warner Bros. Discovery is the owners of TNT, TBS, and the like, to return those networks back to Fubo. They haven't been there in a very long time. Now, Fubo is suing Warner Bros. Discovery. This result is part of the Warner Bros. Discovery's joint partnership with Fox and Disney to launch a live TV streaming service focused on sports that honestly will be very heavily competing with Fubo. Now, I can't say that's a big impact, but it's something that you should be aware of. Will they return? It very well probably could happen. I've been getting so many questions, I wanted to answer this. At this time, though, there's not only no news on that, there's no leaks. We haven't even been getting any good leaks about a possible return of Warner Bros. Discovery channels to Fubo, much less bringing back other ones like TBS, TNT, True TV, and the like. For now, I would say it's possible, but I wouldn't expect it today. These things have a way of surprising us, though. Again, these are closed-door negotiations. Just because no leaks are happening, maybe that means no talks are happening. Maybe that means that talks are happening and they're going very, very well. No one knows. It's a guessing game, and I want to be very honest with you. My professional opinion is probably not this week, but things could change. We'll keep a very close eye on it, but I am interested to see if this will get resolved before or after that court case. If it's after the court case, it may be a year or more with Fubo not having those channels. We'll keep a close eye on this. I'm sure Fubo will try to work this into their lawsuit, though. Speaking of lawsuits, Comcast and Disney may end up in court as they continue to fight over the valuation of Hulu. So when the deal quite a few years ago was struck for Disney to buy out Comcast, they agreed that in several years, this year in 2024, Disney would buy Hulu. Now, at the time, they put a $27.5 billion value on Hulu. Now, Disney wouldn't pay all that. They would just give Comcast their roughly 30% share of Hulu, so 30% of $27.6 billion roughly. The problem is they agreed to reevaluate the price. Now, Disney still thinks it's worth roughly the $27.6 billion. Maybe a smidge more, maybe not. Comcast thinks it's significantly worth more. They hired outside firms, each company hiring their own bank to evaluate the value of Hulu. Neither bank could agree. They were quite far apart. Of course, Disney's bank agreed with Disney, and Comcast bank agreed with Comcast. Take that however you want. Now they're hiring a third bank to do a final one. But reports are out there from the Wall Street Journal that suggests that this could be heading to court, that Comcast may try to go to court to get a better price at this. Would not surprise me at all if that happens. When you're talking about billions of dollars, even spending a few million to court, to lawyers, would be worth it if you could get 1 or 2 billion more. Because of such a large number, I would be shocked if this did not end up in court. It seems like two companies are so far apart, only a court case is going to settle this. We'll have to keep a very close eye on it, but give your prediction. Would Disney win in court or would Comcast win in court? Do you think Disney's is right to try to stick to closer to the original number, or do you think streaming services are a lot more valuable over the last few years and they should be paying more? Leave me a comment and let me know. And our last story of the day, YouTube is making it easier to sign into your accounts. If you're an Android user, and I know this works on Android, may already be rolling out to iOS, and you open your YouTube app as you're using the YouTube app on the same Wi-Fi network on a smart TV, streaming player like, I've confirmed this with Roku, but it will now pop up a prompt and say, hey, we've detected on the same Wi-Fi network you're streaming on your Roku TV or your Google On device. Would you like us to automatically sign you in? You can click that. A bunch of numbers will appear on the screen. You type it into your phone to confirm you're really there watching this. And you can link your YouTube account to your phone and to permanently log you in on the TV. This gives you access to your playlists, saved channels. If you're a premium member, you can get ad-free streaming now on your television. YouTube is making it a whole lot easier than what it used to be to log into your television with that. Well, that's it for today. Huge thank you to everybody with this. I really appreciate your support. Over the last month in May, we had a great month. Thousands of new subscribers, tens of thousands new visitors. It's crazy. So I really do appreciate your support. If you're one of those visitors that have not subscribed, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up, let YouTube know you enjoy what we do here. We really do appreciate it. And I'll be back tomorrow with another Cord Cutting Today. Until then, take care, be safe. Thank you so much for your support. I really do appreciate it.